Dragon's Rising Season 4 is finally out, and I know I'm a little bit late because I'm filming this on April the 18th, and our main topic of discussion will be Zane, and how Pixal apparently fixed him in Dragon's Rising Season 4 during their vacation after Season 3 Part 2. In Dragon's Rising Season 4, Zane joined back the cast in episode 4, and he has began to show signs of humanity and emotion, and that he actually has a personality, which the audience perceived as a good thing. And it is a good thing, because in the past few seasons, Zane was perceived as bland, robotic, and that he was holding back in some way because the absence of Pixal sunk deep inside of him. In my personal opinion, Zane used to be my childhood crush, and he was one of my favorite ninja of all time, but as the years went by, he became more boring to me. So as soon as I joined back the Ninjago fandom in 2021, I grew an interest for Pixal, and I actually fell in love with her when I was 5 years old, even though Zane was one of my favorite ninja at the time. But Pixal is not a ninja, so I could have put her in a separate category of favorite characters. I became ultimately obsessed with Pixal because she was really relatable to me, and she had aspects in her character that I really enjoyed, and a lot of these minor details meant something significant to me, and I liked it a lot. She also had something that Zane couldn't have, and I feel like sometimes she had more personality and humanity than Zane, while Zane at the time just kept getting more and more nothing burger, and my love for him just kept decreasing more and more. Especially during the Dragon's Rising era, I feel like that's the era where he got even more nothing burger, and I think the fandom agreed on that as well. Well, most of the fandom. And that is absolutely crazy for me to say, because in the past, I've seen how much Pixal got shat on Twitter also for not having a personality and being nothing burger outside of Pixane. But obviously, I didn't agree with those people. What I said about Zane is ultimately crazy to hear from me as someone who also ships Pixane, but I beg to differ that relationships and personal, individual character analyses are very different things. Someone can be good inside of the relationship, but outside of the relationship, they're absolute ass. That is what Zane's character felt like. Pixane was good with him, but he was not good outside of Pixane. Despite me having so much criticism for Zane for the past few years, I feel like Dragon's Rising Season 4 proved me wrong, and it brought a part of Zane that I've been wanting to see for so long, and I'm finally seeing it. I would say round of applause to Doc Wyatt and Kevin Burke, because they have truly fixed him. Even if it's a little bit of fixing, it still means something huge for the fandom. And I want to say a thanks for Pixal for fixing him. She is the true definition of, I can fix him. I still need the writers to do something with Pixal in part 2. Please, I'm begging! Anyway, Zane's writing in Season 4 Part 1 is a huge difference compared to Season 3 Part 1. His writing is peak. There was a thing in Zane's writing and body language for this specific season that had me questioning some things. When I was rewatching that one scene in Season 4, Episode 4, the way Zane expresses himself and uses his body language, it made me feel a little bit schizophrenic, because I hear Pixal, but I do not see her. He acts just like Pixal, but she is not here with us. Is this Zane? Or is this Pixal? Or is it a mashup of Zane and Pixal? Pixal's influence is so visible on him that it makes me feel a little bit, confused, but in a good way. When I am listening to Zane in Season 4, he says a lot of stuff that Pixal would usually say, like janky and I'm more chill and stuff like that. And to me, it sounds like the reason why Pixel only has one line in season 4 is because they gave the rest of her lines to Zane, because the writers couldn't find anything else for her to do. So they transferred her lines to Zane. And it also sounds like Pixel if she knew how to use a cloaking device, and Pixel if she used her voice filter. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It's just really interesting to see that on Zane and the influence that Pixel gave to him during the vacation. That will be concluding my whole yap session about Zane and his character in Dragon's Rising Season 4 and how much of an impact Pixel left on him after the vacation. And I want to just glaze Pixel for a moment. Once again, thank you for fixing him. Even though you didn't appear on screen that much, we all know you ate. She just ate and left nothing on the plate. She is truly a queen.